Hey, how's it going? Dave 2D here. So the Alienware 17 has always been a pretty powerful gaming laptop, and you can get some really good configurations for like $1,500, $1,600. This is a little bit different. This is their most powerful system they've ever had. This is codenamed the Baller configuration. It's decked out. It's got the i9-8950HK, so that new 6-core CPU that can clock up to 5 gigahertz. It's got a GTX 1080 that's running slightly overclocked. It has 32 gigs of RAM, a ton of storage. It's ridiculous. It's their most packed configuration. It's expensive, but good God, it is powerful. So the thing that makes this thing special is the CPU. It's incredibly fast even at stock. So CPU dependent apps and games will just fly on this thing. CPU dependent anything will perform really well. The GTX 1080 in here complements the CPU really nicely. If you're doing heavier video edits or 3D work or any kind of thing that's graphically intense, this laptop can crush it, but it does specialize in gaming. The frame rates I was getting from this machine were just incredible. Really good looking graphics, really smooth frame rates. This thing just delivers. Now the screen on here is actually one of the more unique screens I've seen on a 17-inch gaming laptop. So a lot of devices with big screens will have 1080p with high refresh and stuff like that. This is a 1440p 120Hz G-Sync panel, and games just look incredible on it. It's super smooth and super sharp at the same time. So it's brighter than your average panel, and it's also pretty color accurate if you want to use your laptop for photo or video work. It is a TN panel, but unlike the vast majority of garbage TN panels out there, this one's really good. It's actually the best screen that Alienware makes, and I think it's actually better than a lot of their IPS panels. It's definitely the best screen that's available on the Alienware 17. It's a really good panel. Okay, the CPU in here, 6-core, very powerful, but this one has the ability to be overclocked to 5 gigahertz, which in theory is awesome, but I couldn't get it to maintain at that boost clock. So I could get it to run at full tilt at stock speeds. The vapor chamber they're using is doing a good job, and even at 4.8 gigahertz, it was not bad, but at 5 gigahertz, it gets dicey. There is some very noticeable spiking in the clock speed. The thing is, that's a really big overclock for a laptop. At stock speeds, I'm pretty happy considering what this thing's able to push out. If you wanted to though, if you really wanted to, you could probably repaste it or run some liquid metal and get some even better thermals, but I'm happy with what this thing comes with at stock. And the fan noise when it's being pushed isn't even that loud. It also has Tobii eye tracking, so there's some cameras down here that'll track what you're looking at and you can use it for controls. And the technology is cool, the idea is cool, but it's still a very niche product to me. So all the other good stuff that comes with Alienware comes on this laptop as well. Very well built. It's probably the best built 17-inch laptop that I've used this year. It's built like a tank. The chassis remains the same, but they have this new black color. It's kind of like a stealth look. I've always liked the Alienware gray, but there's something about this all black murdered out version that I find pretty cool. The ports also have not changed. It's running 4 USB slots, 2 of them which are Type-C, and there's also no SD slots, so keep that in mind. You get easy accessibility. Inside you have 2 RAM slots, the 4 drives, and the Wi-Fi card. You also get a great keyboard. It's pretty unique. It's not mechanical, but it's very plush travel, and it's very gamer friendly. The layout does take some time to get used to, especially with the macro keys so close on the left, but yeah, once you get used to it, you'll enjoy this keyboard. The speakers on the Alienware devices are always good. The Alienware 17 has the best speakers of the bunch. They're loud, they're well positioned, and it's got good bass. Alienware laptops have some of the best exterior lighting in the business. It's got the light up trackpad, the really cool side lighting, the alien head. They do a really good job at it. That being said, I think that their interior lighting, like the keyboard lighting, is starting to show its age. See, Alienware was one of the first companies out there to put RGB lighting on the keyboard. It looked really cool at the time, but now, like years later, everybody's got individually lit keys. These guys are still using zoned lighting, and just on a flagship device like this, their keyboard lighting isn't that impressive. The trackpad they have also isn't a Windows Precision one, it's running Synaptic drivers. They've always been okay, the touchpad tracking was never bad or anything, but the gesture detection on Synaptic software isn't good. The dedicated buttons are nice though, and that light up surface always looks cool. Now the battery life is short. I was expecting it to be short because it's a 17-inch screen, it's running G-Sync, so there's no Optimus, and the battery is limited to just 99 watt hours. It's a big battery, but it's a big laptop. And with everything off, like LED off, Tobii eye tracking off, I'm getting around 4 hours of battery life. It's not terrible, but it kind of limits the ability to use this thing all day without the charger. The charger is also really big, 330 watts, it's a brick. But you do need something like that to juice this system because it's a very powerful laptop. Now, obviously this isn't for everyone. If you're a student and you have like 4 classes a day on campus, you're not gonna be bringing this thing around. It's very thick, it's very heavy, but if you're looking for one of the most powerful systems you can get right now, check this thing out because it is a beast. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. I'll see you guys next time.